Life can feel like an endless stretch of empty sidewalks. People pass by, seasons change, and yet you feel like something vital is missing. Sometimes I wonder if I've been living in shadows all along. The park that day was filled with morning light filtering through the trees. And there she was, sitting on a wooden bench, completely lost in a book. The sunlight danced in her hair as she turned a page. I found myself walking over, almost unconsciously, and sat on the bench across from her. When she finally looked up, catching my glance, she offered a polite, genuine smile. "Sorry, am I taking up the whole bench?" she asked with a little laugh. I couldn't help but smile back, a bit hesitantly. "Not at all. I just haven't seen someone that lost in a book in a long time." That small exchange bloomed into a real conversation. We talked about books, about hope, about dreams. "Stories taught me something important," she shared, her voice so earnest, never to let go of hope, even when it feels dark. Words can be little lanterns. It was like a light switched on inside me. I hadn't heard words like that in years. Later that week, I found myself in the old public library, a place that always felt like a sanctuary. Mr. Davis, the kind old librarian, noticed the change in me right away. "Your eyes look brighter tonight, Ethan. What's changed?" he asked, his voice warm. I paused, a small smile playing on my lips. A girl, or maybe a mirror that showed me who I could still be. He nodded wisely. "Remember this. Love is precious only when it makes you better, not when it makes you smaller." His words settled deep in my thoughts, a piece of wisdom I knew I needed to hold on to. Our connection grew over steaming cups of coffee in a cozy downtown café. We shared our dreams. "One day I want to write a book," Claire said, her eyes shining with passion. "A book that leaves readers feeling braver, lighter." Looking at her, I felt a certainty I hadn't felt in a long time. And I just want to stand by you, whether the book becomes a masterpiece or not. But my own shadows weren't so easily banished. One evening, walking through the pouring rain, the old ghosts came back to haunt me. Flashbacks of failed jobs, rejection letters, the crushing weight of loneliness. Later, standing under a street lamp with Claire, the rain dripping between us, I let it all out. "Claire, I'm not what you think. I've failed too many times. If I stay with you, I'll only weigh you down." But she didn't back away. She stood her ground, her voice firm and full of emotion. "Ethan, worthiness isn't handed to you. It's something you build when you choose to live with courage." Her determination was a lifeline, pulling me out of my own despair. I went back to Mr. Davis, my mind in turmoil. The library was silent, a fortress of quiet wisdom. He listened patiently, then placed a hand on a weathered book. "Son," he said, his gaze kind, "love without virtue is like a lantern without oil. If you want her love to last, become a man whose light doesn't flicker at the first wind." A new resolve began to form within me. I knew what I had to do. The weeks that followed were a blur of transformation. I started jogging at dawn, my footsteps growing stronger with each sunrise. I threw myself into finding work, facing interviews with a newfound confidence, and spent late nights proving my worth. I started volunteering, finding joy in helping kids with their schoolwork, their laughter echoing in the quiet spaces of my heart. Slowly, my posture straightened, and my eyes regained their clarity. It felt like being reborn. Finally, the day came. I stood by the river at sunset, the sky painted in gold and orange, holding a single bright sunflower. When Claire arrived, her face glowing in the warm light, my heart pounded in my chest. "Claire," I began, my voice steady and heartfelt, "you became a light in my darkness. I tried to change, not to win your love, but to deserve keeping it. Let me walk beside you, not as the man I was, but as the man I'm becoming." Tears glimmered in her eyes as she whispered, "Ethan, you already are my choice." We embraced, our silhouettes merging with the golden horizon. Now, we often find ourselves back at that same park bench where it all began. We sit side by side, relaxed and smiling. Across from us, a lone book rests on the empty bench, a quiet symbol of our beginning. It's a reminder that true love doesn't just unite hearts, it shapes the soul, making us fuller, better human beings. Thank you so much for watching our story unfold. If it resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories that explore the heart. We'll see you in the next one.